Breaking news, straight from the miners. We have an update on some of the things we were just talking about. Michael McKibben, what can you tell us?
Yeah, we just sent you some new data. Have you ever heard of a company by the name of Phibro? Phibro. Metals trader, goes back to 1907. The shocking piece of this is that in 2008, during the banking crisis, the Citigroup CEO, actually the Phibro CEO asked Citigroup for a $100 million salary. And we discovered that Phibro Metals was the primary source of all of Citigroup's profits prior to that. So what we're seeing here is this connection between the metals commodity business worldwide and corporate profits in the selected companies who are a part of this massive Ponzi scheme are all connected together, and it looks like they're using the metals business as their primary financing leverage. And Lord Michael Farmer was the chief commodities metals trader for Phibro after they acquired Solomon Brothers.
Oh my gosh. So you have the direct connection. We were correct, and my wild guess was correct. Michael Farmer is a gold laundering, fraudulent agent of the British aristocracy and the Pilgrim Society.
This information came from an interview that he did several years ago. So this all comes from the horse's mouth.
Well, here's the deal. If you're a big gold bullion trader, you absolutely 100% have to work with the London Bullion Market Association, period. You can't even get gold delivered unless you're a part of that association. So if the big banks, we know they cover their derivatives with their silver spoofing and their fraudulent silver prices going up and down and holding the price of silver back so that they can buy lots of it so that when the crash comes and it becomes then worth, $5,000 a coin, they will still have money because all the digital money will be gone. So what you've just discovered is the proof of what we insinuated yesterday when we were all talking, and I said, oh, wait a second. Oh my, there must be an association. There must be a group that's legal, that's corporate, that's private, that is the precious metal launderers. And it would be a mafia of sorts. And of course, it would be British. And then you brought out the fact that even DeSantis' sister was connected in with this, and that Candace Owens' husband and father-in-law are 100% connected to this. So Candace Owens is the biggest obvious plant of the Pilgrim Society in our political system that we can possibly find because of this economic predatory corporate dynasty that she's married into.
Well, let me add another piece to this, because in reading through the history of these companies, one of the things that's appearing now is that these companies are all morphing into carbon traders, carbon credit traders.
Well, that's the new currency. And of course, it's all even more fake than digital or our fiat currency. It's all based upon assessors who assess how much gas you have in a day, how much methane you release, and so how much they're going to tax you that day for what happens in your stomach. Same thing with cows, same thing with cars. In other words, the assessors, as always, it goes back to the assessors and the associations that state that something is worth something. So the carbon footprint is the new currency. And they wanted to do it back when they created the World Bank. John Maynard Keynes wanted to do the Banco, and he wanted to have a United Nations British-controlled universal currency. And that's what the United Nations tells you is going to be your carbon footprint. You are being assessed right now by your use of energy in your house, the type of car you have, how many miles you drive. They already have all that information. They can give you a tax right now on the carbon you're releasing at this very moment. It's already set up. I've seen it. I've seen people take examples of other people and go, well, right here, boom, boom, boom. Why is all this listed here? It is the social credit system based upon a new economy.
They'll tell you who your neighbors are, what you do, where you live, everything.
And if you've been vaccinated. So if you haven't been vaxxed, they can turn off your money. And the money doesn't exist. And there'll be nothing that you can hold of any value because it'll all be digital. And anyone who believes in that is an idiot.
When we were doing the background on Lord Mark Malloch Brown and his holdings in this company called Investec that have investments all over the world, companies all over the world, several of them are software companies that are building banking systems And in that, we discovered that he is licensing that software, which includes a whole carbon credits module that is already in play in many places, including China. All the Chinese banks use Mark Brown's software.
It will all go to crypto coins based upon carbon credits, and it will all fail, and then it will go to gold. But by that time, they will have brought all the gold out from the Zurich bullion mine, and through the London Bullion Market Association, they will have filtered it into the economy without letting people know that it was all stolen. And at that point, we will go back to a solid economy. But in the interim, we'll go into sheer chaos.
It will be genocided first, because you can't forget that right now, thousands and thousands of people are dying a month because of these.
Definitely not the result of any injections that were going on with experimental medications.
The goal is to wipe us out. What? And then bring back the gold for what?